Yeah, what is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I'm your host, Rob. Y'all, I've reached a milestone. For some of y'all, this isn't a milestone, but for me, it was a milestone and it's about persistence. And I talked about this in a previous episode. I changed the name of my LLC, which then made my LLC name no longer match what was on my original EIN letter, which is, your tax ID. So I could not get a business banking account because everyone kept saying, well, the names don't match, the names don't match. I'm showing them the paper trail. I'm showing them the documents, the receipts like, hey, this used to be my company name. Now I've changed the company name. Still can't do it. Well, by the grace of God, I filed my taxes, and I remember one of the ladies was like, well, if you have a tax return, we might be able to do it. I contacted my bank, and I said, hey, I filed a tax return. It has the new name. It has the EIN. It's been accepted. I got a refund. Can we open an account with this? And they said yes. So I am no longer bootlegging it out here. But I am not alone today. Did you freeze, sir? Okay, you're back. I am not alone.
Here.
Okay, you froze. Y'all don't know who that is yet. Shout out to you, our listeners, those who like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for those who have been supporting the show, man. I just wanted to share that good news at the top. So now I have another bank business account. I've had one before, but they're not up here where I'm at now, so it was useless to me. But now I got a new one, and we can move forward with this vending machine stuff. But anyway, thank you for those of you who like, share, subscribe, comment, all those good things. Greatly appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you for the continued support. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how you can support the show. You can shop with our affiliates, Jot Forms. Those of you who need pre-filled documents, much like I use. Whenever I have a guest, I send them a guest questionnaire. They fill it out. Once they hit submit, it comes back to me in a nice, convenient, easy, digestible form. That is Jot Forms. That link is in the description. Garner's Garden. They sell all natural products. They have great products. Hair care, skin care, oral health care, things of that nature. I love Garner's Gardens products. Acre Gold. If you would like to buy gold on a subscription basis, actual bars of gold, you can go through Acre Gold. I have a few myself. They are legit. They ship it to you in a nice, discreet package. It doesn't say anything like Gold Bar or Acre Gold on it. So those thieving rat bastards out there won't suspect a thing. All right? So if you want to support the show, you can do it by shopping with our affiliates. Zelle link coming soon. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. I have one of my Gamma Nu fraternity brothers with me. Spoke with him last year about a few things, and he's been up to some new things. And, we got about 3/4 of the way through his story, and we're going to get some more of his story, and I'm going to ask him some more questions. And prayerfully in the future, we'll be collaborating on something that I haven't seen it before. Maybe he's seen it. I'm going to have a little conversation with him one day about this. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the owner of Outlaw Fitness, competition prep coach, and mentor, Mr. Lawrence Inman.
What's going on?
Listen, man. Listen, so yes, this is part 2. Yo, man, I sent Jordan a message, and I didn't know y'all knew each other. I didn't know y'all was on the same track team because I'm old. And so we were talking about your former nickname. He was like, yeah, nah, he go by Law now. You got to call him Law. Yeah, he don't like that old nickname. Boy, I was hollering. I said, put some respect on his name. I dig it. Yeah, man. Yeah. How have you been, man? Also, you got the branded hat on. I love your logo, man. I love your branded stuff. I got to get some.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I got you, man. Just let me know what you're looking for, and I got you.
I greatly appreciate that, man. So, how's the fitness world been treating you?
They've been doing great, man. We just had our off season for competition, so it gave me enough time to go back, do some studying, get some extra certifications, really focus
Hmm.
on lifestyle, and just get prepared for like what's going to be going on with this third and fourth quarter of the competition area. And I got a couple new projects that I will be launching out at the end of this year, as far as with the mentoring side. So I'm excited about that. That's getting ready to come out.
So, last time you were here, you told us about your journey. You're about to go into law enforcement. That's funny. You're about to go into law enforcement. Um, you were thinking you were working on your own diet, trying to get yourself right. You came across your first client, and the rest was history. Had your own spots. Had some shaky, janky business dealings. Not on your part. That's something I actually want to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things, I guess I'm mature there now, and I'm glad that you being a little younger than me, you already went through it and you kind of have the mindset, because I went through it too, but I just never got my mind wrapped around it. And now that I do, and I know how to really operate a business, I'm ready to move forward with some things. But what are some of the things that happen in those business dealings, like with the gym, and like what did you learn from it?
Um, One of the things is you got to make sure if you're getting ready to start a project, the circle that you have is a strong circle and use all align in the vision. And
Mm.
if you don't, you need to see where and see if it's something that is adjustable. And if it's not adjustable, that's a sign for you to take that time to revisit that opportunity. There's never a wrong time to start, you know. Um, and that was one of the, the one of the learning experiences that I did get opening up my first gym was, it was a great idea, a great opportunity, a great experience, but at the wrong time.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how it was my record label, but we're not gonna go down that road.
I
Every now and
understand.
again, yo, that people repost that song every couple years, and I'm just like, ugh. Okay, what you just
That's
said.
funny. Now, what's funny is I got a call yesterday about someone asking about our gym hours, if we had gym memberships, and I was like, "Yeah, we do. You just come over." And it was like, "Oh, so when do you train at your Midtown gym?" "Oh, how'd you know I was still there?" "Well, your name and your information is still on the window." "Oh." Well, let me give you the information to the other person that's over that one now. But I appreciate knowing that my information is still on the window.
Wow, they left
So
your
yeah,
name up.
still left my name up.
So you are a legend.
Right.
So, um, what's going on with some of your current clients right now? You got anybody? You know, is this so? Like we were talking before I hit record, and you said your seasons get ready to start. So, when you know a season is coming up, is it like the prep? How soon do you start prepping before the season begins?
So a lot of my old heads are already in prep the end of like Christmas area
Ooh,
time frame, just because with the competition and with bodybuilding, the season starts in March.
okay.
The athletes get better each month. So, depending on where you are, you have to be prepared to jump on stage and be able to compete with someone. Let's say, for example, let's say you want to start working out and you wanted to prepare for a show and you wanted to do a show in December. And I started competing, actually doing shows in March.
Mm.
We have, you know, all these extra months where I'm already in shape and you're getting into shape.
Yeah.
So instead of being that individual chasing the goal, you're already going to be that individual ready. So if you want to stop early, and this is what I always promote to my athletes, is live your life, enjoy your time. So if you start early, you can be done during the summertime in life. But if you're someone that, don't really care about, the summertime, the summer traveling, and, that may not be a big deal for you, then you can run it up. The one athlete that I do have, she's getting ready to hit the stage first for me, which is Michelle, who also went to Claflin and is Gamanu for the AKAs. So she's kicking hers off in March. In May, and our goal is to get her to the Olympia, which is all the way in December. So, that's a long journey, but she'll already be in a good position because we already started now.
Wow, that's a lot of work. Shout out to Gamanu for sure. Shout out to y'all, those pretty girls, those pretty ladies. Man,
Right.
that's that's a lot of dedication, man. Right after Christmas, I'm still tired. I ain't ready.
After Christmas, you still got New Year's, but it's fine. You just got to know, you just got to know when you're willing and when you're not. That's just like with me, Last year I took it as relaxing, enjoying life, enjoying food, and this year, I started 6 weeks ago where I was like, all right, time to make my adjustment and taking it day by day. So, 6 weeks ago from now, made some great adjustments, and now it's not a strain.
Yeah.
Now it's a routine for me. So once you make it a routine and you learn how to adjust certain things, it gets easier for you.
Yeah, you were definitely enjoying food, man. Like I went through our Instagram messages and I was looking at the stuff I was sending to you, and then going back to your cheat days. You and them damn donuts, bruh. You, I was like, yo, were you eating all of those things or just a couple?
Oh, nah, you can't waste the food. So those are mine.
Dude, yo, all right, so we kind of talked about this last time. So I want to see if I can simplify my question for those out there. So you did explain something very important, that different methods work for different people when it comes to whatever their goal is, whether it be weight loss or building muscle or working on a particular part of the body. But is there like a universal or more of a common theme that you notice that people can kind of use just to help get them in shape as far as exercise and diet?
Yeah, it's just one is finding what most people do when they start working out is they do things that's outside of their comfort zone, or they do things that they see other people do. And over time, they get overwhelmed. So first, you just gotta be real with yourself. I always tell people, be real with yourself in the beginning. Don't tell me something that you think I want to hear. Don't tell me that anything that you hear someone else. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're able to do, so then we can make the right choices and decisions. So if you're not a morning person, don't try to start week one waking up early in the morning to do XYZ. And then 3 weeks later, you going, you know what? This ain't me. I'm done.
Yeah.
Evening person, set everything up in the evening time. If you know you're someone that can't eat the 4 to 5 times in a day, and you know how your schedule is and you're able to eat 3 times, all right, map out your routine of how you're going to eat in those 3 times in that day, and you'll start slowly making changes and you'll see the results, and it's going to carry you over. And that's just in the beginning, and then after that, over time, you'll start making adjustments to your life because of the progress you made, and you're going to get addicted to continuing on making those.
You know what? You're right. I am fat again, but I I was super fat. Got a personal trainer slash life coach. I got my weight down to a probably like the closest I've ever been in high school, and this was in 2017, I think. And you're right. Ever since then, like I've gained weight, but I haven't ballooned back up to where I was before. Like my waist size is still the same, my shirt size is still the same. I'm just quote unquote out of shape. But some of those things still carry with me. Like when it warms up, I'm gonna start doing my 6 mile walks again. I'm gonna get back on these resistance bands and stuff because it's cold as hell, and I just don't want to be sick. So I just haven't. I've been slacking on that part because I could have been doing stuff in my apartment. But I also noticed like I don't always eat the best, but I kind of my body is kind of like all right now, and then I stop and I'll do like salads and I'll change it up for a while because I'm like you don't want to go back to that. You don't want to go back to that, and you know what you need to do to get down. So get down, get back to that comfort zone because I like to
Right.
float between 220 and 230 is like my comfort zone. Like,
Right.
because when I start getting too close to that over 230, I immediately feel it. My clothes feel a little different. I'm like, we're not shopping
Right.
for all these damn clothes again. So you're right. Some of those things definitely stick with you. And you said something really really interesting. The meals per day. So people talk about eating these multiple meals a day. What does that actually do? Because someone once told me, and I don't know if this is true. It's like it kind of teaches your body to continuously burn calories or something like that.
It helps you with your metabolism. So, when you're younger, you're able to eat and right back. What else there is to eat? Your metabolism's already at a high because your activity is high. You're burning your food, so your body is saying, "Fill me up with the fuel so I can continue." So it's not really the meals per se, but it's the calories that you're putting in with your macros that you're putting into your body.
Mm.
It is something that will benefit you when you spread it out because you got to look at how your phone is. If you're not on your phone, you don't have to put it on the charger, but maybe twice a day. Now,
Yeah.
if it was the yeah, once a month,
Yeah.
but it would be twice because your phone is still working if you're not working, and that's how your body is. You have your daily calories that you burn if you just laid in the bed all day,
Yep.
right? Now you also have a daily calorie burn when you are active in a day. This is just like if you have your cell phone. If you on your phone, let's say you scrolling on Instagram, your battery is gonna die quicker, so you're gonna have to charge it back up to be able to continue on what you're doing. That's the same thing with your body. So if you waking up and you're a early bird worker like me, where I'm working from 5 to 1, I'm burning a lot of calories, so I'm going to have to keep eating to function after 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Once it gets later in the day and I get ready to wind down, that's where I can slow down on my eating because now my body is not as active, so it's not going to be as hungry as quickly than it was when I was. So your body will start to tell you over time, hey, I'm ready to eat. But you can also train your body to be like, you know what? I know we're hungry, but we not eating right now. And over time, you get comfortable where it's like, yeah, I'm good with eating, twice a day. And I'll look like, whew, my body kick my butt if I try to do 2 meals in a day. By 7 o'clock, I'm already on meal 2. By 10 o'clock, I'm on meal 3. Most people are looking like, man, I'm barely getting my breakfast down.
Yeah, that's me. I'm 2 meals a day,
Right.
for sure. Because it's weird because at school my lunch is with my kids is at 10:30 a.m. And then I typically eat when I get off work between 3 and 7. I usually eat every now and again. I'll eat again later, but most of the time after I eat when I get home, that's usually it. I'm usually snacking. But I did like it better when I was eating more meals. So what you're saying actually makes sense. And when I was working out, that's how I was working. And y'all, when you start working out, it's a different type of hungry. Like,
Mm.
like that junk is like, wait a minute. Like you really crave food. Like your
Right.
body is seriously crave. It's not like I can't even describe it, but it's like your body knows. It's like, yo, bro, get up. Like we need something.
We gonna have an attitude in front of these people, or you gonna feed me and I'm satisfied.
That part.
Which
Now, I've been seeing something that I love to see from people, and especially from one of my good brothers lately. You've been traveling and taking care of yourself. So, in this world of entrepreneurs and people talking about no sleep and work on your dreams when you get off work and all this stuff, but a lot of people don't really talk about resetting, refocusing, relaxing, and like you said earlier, enjoying life. So tell us more about your, I guess, vacation season.
man, this like I said before we got on, this is a bunch of catch up for me. Being in the military and then doing my own, entrepreneur stuff. It was team no sleep, and it wasn't always by choice. It was, by demand, because it's like, all right, get off from doing this, head on base. Get off of base, head on here. So this was actually like one of the first years where, one, I put it on my vision board, where it was like self-care. And everyone's self-care and self-treatment is different. Mine was traveling and disconnecting to everything. So that, yeah, I travel, but 75% of the time people will not know where I'm at. Why? Because I'm not traveling for people. I'm not traveling to show people. I'm not traveling to bragging. I'm traveling for me. I'm traveling to reset, because I know in 2 weeks I'm gonna be grinding for the next few months, all the way to December. So I took the first half to take time out for myself. And while I do my traveling, this is where, I work on things, extra projects while I'm gone, but I do it on my term versus how I am. I'm waking up every day at 4 a.m. I'm going to sleep, at 9:30 every night, and this is a routine when I am on the clock. When I'm gone, nah, all right, I may want to work on this, but we're going to sleep in and we're going to let that body tell us when to wake up. Now, when I get back, I ain't going to let my body do that. But while I'm gone, this is what we doing. And your body, your mind, and everything's going to thank you, because now I had time to just rest.
Yeah. Yeah, rest. I think rest is very important, man. That beautiful balance. What are some of the what are some of your favorite places that you've been to so far?
The Virgin Islands was really nice. I'm a beach guy. So I like
Makes
I
sense.
literally can go there and just fall asleep right there and just be good. So that was, I would say that Cabo is up there too. Cabo is definitely like a good party town, party city, party country. And then last, um, I would have to say Jamaica.
Yeah.
That was fun. I definitely say yeah. Those are the top three.
I need to go back to Jamaica, man. Yeah, I got.
Yeah. Next time you go, I got a place where you need to go.
For sure. I'm trying to convince my lady baby. See, babe, this is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. She don't. I know why she don't want to go. She don't want that to be our. She want our first trip to be somewhere that neither one of us have been with anybody else and haven't been in general. But I'm like, yo, I didn't really enjoy Jamaica. Like, I enjoyed it. I stayed on the resort, so I got a little bit of taste, but I didn't go. I didn't venture out because I was there
Yeah.
for a wedding and I was broke. But things are different now.
You gotta get you a good taxi driver.
Yep.
Give him a tip. and he will show you all the good spots. When I went to Jamaica, man, I was there 15 days, bro.
What?
There
Oh,
15 days.
that's how you do it. 15 days?
Yeah, I was there 15 days. And we took we got a taxi driver, and of course he helped us out with what you do in Jamaica, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica, you got to try it. And we tipped him. And he was like, man, you know what? I'm y'all driver for the day. And he took us to every spot that we needed to go and try. We wanted some real Jamaican food. He drove us right over to where we needed to, where we got the real Jamaican food. When we wanted to go out to some nightlife, he drove us to all the good spots, party with us and all. And when it was time to go home, he made sure we was good to go. So yeah, man, you just got to find that right taxi driver or whoever you're going with, and they'll get you right, man.
Okay, hold on. I'm still stuck on the 15-day.
Hey, and I ain't want to come back.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like that had to. So how does that's a super recharge. I think. Damn. I don't. I've never been anywhere close to that long. Like never. Maybe I think the most I've gone is maybe 3 days. But what did that do for you mentally? Like, so it's like, yo,
by,
15 days.
by day 5, you just forget everything. Like you forget everything.
Mm.
It's just like by day 5, it was zero phones, zero internet. It was just relaxing, enjoying, traveling, seeing, learning while you were there.
Mm-hmm.
We had it was a group of us, man. And the crazy thing about it is I didn't stay the longest.
Wow.
It was 30 of us that went on the trip. Everyone different, individuals that went, and it was drama free. Having 30 people, you
That's
think 30 people, and we had our itinerary each day. If you wanted to do it, you could. If you didn't want to do it, then you're fine. So each day we had something set up for us. Some of the days literally just sat on the beach, got super relaxed, and just chilled on the beach. um, but then we took, one day we went and learned how to cook like a Jamaican, and toured from Kingston to Monte Bay, and then went back to the grill. So it was fun, man. Like,
dang.
yeah, it was definitely fun.
Hold on, let me finish hating real quick. All right, I need to put that down. Sheesh,
Yeah,
15
you got
freaking
to,
days.
man.
Have you been anywhere else for that long of a period of time?
Let me think. Virgin Islands, I wasn't there for that long, but we was there 6 days. Um, normally, normally if I'm going out like that, I'm gonna go at least 5 to 6 days.
That makes sense because like the first couple days you getting acclimated, you trying to get your sleep pattern right. You still stiff
Mm,
from the plane.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
if you go like the 3 and 4 days, you gotta just jump out the gate running. And what I mean by that is you just got ball to the wall those first 2 days, and then your last day is recovery. But if you got all those days, you spread it out. Where most people do get like that. So I do know some people that travel, and they're like, man, day 1 there, I'm chilling, I'm asleep, I'll wake up, do something at the resort we're at, and then the next day is when we start it up. Me, I'm like, nah, I gotta start out high. I got a roller coaster. We up here, let's drop. We'll sleep it off, and then we pick it right back up.
You a wild guy. You a wild guy, man. So back to the competition side. So how much cuz I normally when I see like you in competition season, I'm seeing groups of y'all. So y'all normally travel together, work together. How does that work?
To be surprised, man, they work with me, but they trust me from all being online. I may have like 25% of my athletes that compete that actually come in the gym and train with me. And I prefer it that way because it builds a stronger mindset for them. So we do travel together. We communicate on a regular. So we are building that rapport, we're building that relationship. But when it is time for a competition season, we're normally, down there 2 to 3 days, early. We stay down an extra day afterward. One reason why is because we're going to adjust a few things in the beginning. One, because I don't see you all the time, so I get to actually see how your body is. I get to make the quick changes that we need to, and I'm actually seeing you in person. And then we stay an extra day because I'm a big believer of we worked hard for X amount of weeks. We're gonna take this night to celebrate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I normally set it up and build that rapport with all my athletes and continue.
So what? All right. So this is. I only know on the when you talk about small adjustments within a few days. Now, for those of you who don't know, because I know some people probably heard that, like, well, what can you do? So my rookie mind, the only thing I've seen in relation to this is like fighters and fighting when it comes to weight loss and weight gain right before fight. It's usually something extreme. So what are some of those things like, or what are some of those small changes that someone can make?
Man, and because all the people listening are not visual learners, but you can literally like the donut theory. I wish we could like show like pop-ups of like before and afters, but you can literally in 24 hours drop 4 to 5 pounds off of what you're eating or how much sleep you get, your sodium intake. It's just crazy what your body can do in just a little bit of time. One thing that can happen is flying. And I'm learning that now, from traveling so much, you know, you'll feel like super bloated. And with certain people, and if you check the scale, you could put on 7 to 15 pounds of water weight just from flying. And that flight can be just 2 hours.
What?
So those are things that you got to take in the hand of knowing, like, all right, if I got to get ready for this important day to show my best physique, for only 30 seconds, and I wait, I wait to fly it down the night before, and I look my best before getting on that flight. And now all of a sudden, I put on 8 pounds, and now I don't look nearly my best. One, I'm pissed at myself for coming late. Two, I'm pissed at, the flight. Three, I'm pissed at my coach. I'm pissed at the judges. But those are things that's like uncontrollables at that moment, but you can control ahead of time. So that can be one part. The one, like I said, that's from Gamma New Michelle. Right now we're doing a test run before her show, which is in 30 days. And just from last night versus yesterday, we dropped 2 pounds, and you can see these 2 pounds just in 24 hours. And the goal is to continue on until Sunday to see how much we dropped from last Sunday to this Sunday. So we will have a better understanding of what we need to do when it comes to show day or show week.
Wow. The body is an amazing. I didn't know you could lose that much weight that fast.
Yeah, a good bit of it can be water rate. A lot of people really hold, and then stress. You can have your cortisol level shoot up, so you gotta balance a lot of things out. And it all just plays a part. You can have bowel movement issue where you're just holding 1 or 2 pounds there. All right, let's see. Maybe you didn't have enough fiber to, relax your muscles so you can let that happen.
Yo, so speaking of letting that happen, y'all be winning. Y'all be winning. So I don't want you to help the competition, but what do you think some of your keys to victory are? Because I'm listening to you and I'm thinking about our conversation last year and this year, and you said even between now and then you're learning, you're studying, you got new certifications. So you're truly a student. You said that in our first interview. Like when you're into something, you study it, you learn it inside out. So you figured something out that other people don't know. I'm not asking you to share that, but what do you think gives you an edge?
Is what you just said. I'm always in student mode, so it's always adding on with what I know at the time. Things change. So the first iPhone was great, but now we at the 13.
Yeah.
It started out with a foundation that worked, and they just built on it. And that's the thing that was my learning experience with my first gym was I was still in student mode even when I thought I was doing well, but I always knew there was more that I could learn. And I saw what would happen if you stop and put that student hat off. Someone else is gonna pick that shit up and run with it. So that's the one thing that I can say is I'm always in student mode, and I'm not focused on the next person. If the next person can help me, I do not have an issue with reaching out to say, hey, I know what I'm doing, but clearly you have something that works and I don't mind asking you for help. And a lot of people are so, prideful or, their ego, they
Yep.
rather sabotage something than ask for help. Me? No, it's all right. I'm gonna ask for help.
That's how I am, yo. I ask. I be trying to tell people that all the time, yo. If you're open and honest with people, it not only can they help you, but they know how to help you or what type of help you actually need. Like faking the funk don't get you nowhere, bro. Like you gonna get caught eventually.
And that's the thing. It's like, nah, my clients that even comes like, dang, this ain't what we did before. I'm like, yep, that's why I'm working out. So I can be the guinea pig before I, do what I'm doing to you. I already went through it. So it's like, dang, that makes sense. And I can tell from the workouts because I see what you're doing on your live, and now I see what we doing. It makes sense. I'm like, yep, absolutely. It's back in student mode, even more.
I like that you use yourself in that. I really like that you use yourself in that because a lot of people, I know some people that try to get you to do stuff that they've never done. It's like, yo, don't use me as your guinea pig. Like, teach me
Mhm.
from a place of experience and what you went through. Like,
I
sheesh.
think I heard this, about 14, 15 years ago. Do what is done to you. And, yeah, I may not do everything that was done to me, but I do a little bit.
It's a little bit, man. Now this is a question I've been asking all of my entrepreneurs and business owners. COVID was, dang, when did we talk to you? I think we were coming out of COVID. I don't think we were in it. How did that impact your business and what did you learn from that?
Oh man, everyone asks me, "Wow, what you did during COVID?" The same damn shit I did before COVID. I was always in student mode, so law was already planning online programs before online programs needed to be hitting to get you situated while you couldn't. I was already in the military. So every client that comes to me knows, hey, I'm in the military. If Uncle Sam says bring my little butt
Yeah.
and ship tomorrow, guess what? Are you okay with being an online client? Oh, you are? Cool. We're gonna be great. Now, what one thing I did do is I understood a lot of people's pockets would be hit is I already gave people discounts in the beginning because being someone to know finances, Fitness is one of those first things that go
Yes.
and see the money. So if you know you're used to spending, I'm just gonna give you an example. You're used to spending $100 a week, and I already go to you and say, you know what, I'm gonna drop that down to 50. In your mind, you're like, cool, I got 2 months I can do because I'm used to spending 100. Now I'm only spending 50. I'm gonna get 2 months, and after these 2 months, then I might drop them. But a lot of my clients were like, nah, we understand. This is your business. We support your business, and we still gonna have a job after this. So we're not gonna change nothing, and don't change my price. And I had a lot of clients do that. And I was like, what? You mean you don't want to take the discount that I'm giving you right now? All right, cool. Mama told me not to beg. I ain't gonna beg you to take it.
That's what's up. They have a lot
So,
of integrity.
right. So, COVID, that really didn't do nothing to me. What I did tell like people I was mentoring, COVID definitely, and my LB, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Eric moved from Salt Lake City, dropped his corporate job to start his entrepreneur. He said, bruh, that thing hit me with a 2-piece out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Jay Dukes. I'm gotta come after y'all. I need y'all back on the pod to do a part 2 with y'all because I want to ask them this same question because their shit was like they started online with Ox. Shout out to Oxcord Wars. They started online, then they went to in-person events, and then COVID happened. I'm like, damn.
Look, Eric was with me last year where he was like, man, we was doing virtual Oxcord. I said, what? He was like, yeah, we was doing it virtually. He's like, but now, man, I seen they schedule this year. I was like, bro, I'm proud of it. Like, yeah. I'm proud of what y'all was able to do. You overcame the obstacles, when tough times hit, and now you were able to bounce back from it. But I was like, welcome to entrepreneurship, man. Like, you don't know what tomorrow is, but you have to be mentally prepared for the worst.
Yes.
So once you prepare for the worst, you know how to adjust to it and move forward with it. So that was one thing.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I preach this on this show. Everybody likes to talk about the glitz, the glamour, the beautiful things when someone's starting out. Like, people get pissed at me sometimes and they think I'm being negative, but I'm like, no, you're talking to someone who has failed at multiple business ventures, who has lost tons of money in business ventures because I went into it with a, oh, nothing can go wrong attitude. Just go and do it. And I'm like, man, there's licenses, there's insurance, there's just so many things you can do to prevent yourself from taking that super hard tumble. I mean, different strokes for different folks. But for me, I like to let people know, like, hey, these are some of the things I didn't think about that you should think about because these things happened to me. And I was like, oh, shoot, oh, shoot, oh, shoot. Oh, what? Huh? Wait, how much that cost? What? Wait, I could have prevented that fee if I would have did this? Damn. And it's like, people like, well, I feel like you trying to talk me out of it. It's like, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. But like, when you are a true entrepreneur, there's no safety net. Like,
that's the number one thing where, I get new mentees and they're like, so what do you recommend, like, starting out? Like, how do I switch and do XYZ? I'm like, you prepare to get hit in the mouth. Like, what? I'm like, prepare to get hit in the mouth. Why would I do that? Because if I hit you in the mouth, what are you going to do? I don't know. At my point exactly, you're going to curl up and you're going to go back up. Like, but if you're preparing for it, you already have that. I was like, schools don't do it in that sense either. You look at all these schools that you want to go to, but they don't never, promote. Yeah, if you come here, 30% of the freshmen drop out because of this professor and this professor. But if you had people that came to you and was like, and you get that at schools at time, hey man, you taking what? Mass comm? Cool. This professor, they ain't with the shits. So if you're gonna take it, you need to prepare yourself. So now before you go on their grind side. So that's the same approach that I always tell people. It's like, hey, you're gonna have to do this, this, and this, and this. And you're gonna have to let go with all that extra whatever you think is gonna happen because that's not how it happens.
It ain't, man. It ain't. And then, like, unfortunately, y'all, there are people that will prey on you. There's just so many things you have to learn. The first thing, the one of the most important things I will tell y'all, and I learned this through DJing. Know your worth, know your value, stick to your damn price. You will find your clientele. You will find them. Do not
Hey,
discount left and right to everybody and their mama, because when you try to step up, you're going to be known as the discount guy or the discount woman, and everyone's going to try to haggle you. But if
mhm,
you're firm with your price and you start getting that clientele, it's not a question. All right, hey, what services do y'all need? All right, boom, boom. Here's my fee. All right, here you go. Boom, because they already know. You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's where I'm at. It took me a minute to get there, but that's where I'm at now. Like, my fee is my fee. My work already speaks for itself. You know, if you say, you have the YouTube wars. Well, I can go on YouTube and get that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and first of all, you gotta find the time to do it. Secondly, you gotta find a person that you can't even communicate or ask questions with, and you don't know their history when you could have someone right in front of you. But I digress. Look, my price is my price. If you want to do YouTube University, have at it. I've learned plenty of things from YouTube University, but like, hey, I got this real world experience. I'm right here in front of you. What you want to do? So, you,
No, I respect it. That's the same way. It takes time for people to make that adjustment, and it may be uncomfortable. But I go and say it like this: you go to the doctor's office, and are they negotiating with you? Absolutely. They asking you up front, hey, how you gonna cover this? All
yeah,
right, before let me get that card from you. All right, cool. All right, boom. We got this price out of you. But I always say you gotta earn what you're worth. All the extra studying, all the late nights of doing XYZ, yeah, you paying for that. Like, dang, you may say, dang, you work a lot. Oh, trust and believe I'm working for this because later down the line, you are going to pay me for those hours that I put in, but it's going to benefit you because you've seen the work that I did to get there.
yeah, y'all. It's just like fast food. You get that food. Some of it's let's use Chick-fil-A, who's like creme de la creme.
Right.
You're paying for the service. They're in the kitchen busting their ass, making sure it's seasoned right, put together, wrapped up in a neat package. All you doing is handing them money, and you're taking the finished product. So when people put in the blood, sweat, and tears, losing money, getting scammed, gaining money, building relationships, building reputation, and then you come to them from a service, they're handing you all of that on a silver platter, and you don't have to do none of the work. All you gotta do is
Mm.
listen to that person and follow their directions without having to do the years and years of research and spending the time, money, and effort. Hell, we recouping. Like, that's what we're really doing. Like, we're recouping from all the work that we put in. So I really take that to heart when I work with someone and I get their price and I'm like, all right, cool. I don't haggle, I don't negotiate, because I'm like, all right, this person put in the work. I've already done my research on them. They've proven themselves, in my opinion. So let me go ahead and do this. I think it's rude and disrespectful at times when you try to do that, like it's a flea market. But we do that with each other, man.
Exactly. Look, strangers don't do it as much than
Nope.
as friends do it. Hey, what we gonna do for the no? Come on, support
You
me because
just
I'm a
said it. Yeah. Yeah, like all my guests on the show, I don't ask them for anything for free. I always buy it. Like, I just
right.
had Anthony Bryce was on. His episode aired. Actually, it's on this week. It's on right now. I bought both of his books. I'm gonna buy some of your clothing. I think I've bought something from everybody who had a product that's ever been on here, because I want to support you, and I put the links in the description because I want people to support them. You can't get to the next level with a whole bunch of discounts, y'all. Like, I'm sorry, there might be a time and place for it, but I could talk about this price thing all day, man. So,
Hey, do the same.
Outlaw, I only have a couple more questions for you. And I never asked you this. Do you have any, like? No, actually, I have more than a couple questions. Where are you? So I'm gonna end with that one. Celebrities or high profile people. Do you hear from them? Did they reach out to you? Are you working with any of them?
I worked with a few. I worked. The last one was Erica and Safari. They were cool people. Learned a good bit from training them. Uh, my preference, my preference aren't like high profile. To be honest with you, they're good. They're great to work with. Cool people. But their schedule can be, really hectic at times.
Mhm.
So, me, I'm more so the trainer. Like, I'm here for you to have your before and after pictures, and I want it to keep going. But I do understand if your agent says you got to be here for this amount of time and you got to do this, this is what you got to do. And like you said, like, I'm a person where these are my hours. I don't care if you're a celebrity or not. I'm not budging. At five, look, 5 in the morning training to 1. I'm not gonna, because you have a film shoot that you got to do. Can we train at like 7 o'clock tonight? Absolutely not. But what about my goals? Shit, them shits is between 5 and 1. Yeah. So, but nah, it's cool. Like, I definitely had a ball with them. I had a couple other celebrity clients that I did get to talk to and train and work out with and pick their brain. But I like, regular Joe Blow. That's what I prefer.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What direction are you headed in with your coaching side of things and getting these people competition ready? And are you going to compete again?
Man, I've been asked that all year, even from my doctor. um, Honestly, right now I'm doing a challenge. So I'm not competing right now, but I'm doing a summer prep. Just, we got 11 weeks now, going on 10 weeks before the first day of summer. So I started when it was 16 weeks out, so roughly 4 months. And right now my goal is just to get my body to where it needs to be before summer, because it been over a year before I actually looked summer ready.
Mhm.
And I'm taking my time and doing it as if I was a regular lifestyle client, so I can understand and relate to everyone that comes to me who's not a competitor. I do have, a lot of competitors, but I also have a lot of lifestyle clients that need attention as well. And who best to shadow with a journey than your coach or your trainer? I've made a post today, in my story. I made posted on my page where it showed day 1 versus week 6. And looking at it, I had a couple of my clients who were like, dang, I didn't know you was like that. Like, yeah. your boy your boy looked depressed, but he was very happy with the food decisions that he made in his life.
I'm about to go look at that. Let me pull this up. Go ahead.
So yeah, it's on my story for now.
I'm about to go look at that. This guy. So you've mentioned mentoring a couple times.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with the mentoring piece and how's that coming along? What are your goals with that?
Right now, man, I have two um, mentees I'm really proud of. They're on track to make 6 figures this year. So that's a great. So right now, I'm still just working on them, but I'm also making, a data sheet
Mm-hmm.
and a syllabus, you would say, on becoming a successful trainer. Everyone that, not everyone, but there is a lot of trainers that get in the business and don't know the do's and don'ts. Some trainers out here, and, in the beginning, I was one of those where it was like, cool, since we're in Georgia, technically, we don't need to be certified if we have our CPR and we have insurance. I'm going to rock that until I want. Me, I took a different route. My mentor said, hey, before you go on and do all these tests, take the first year to see if you like it, because you may not.
Mm-hmm.
And that same frame of when I was in the getting ready for the police academy, I was in between. So it was like, cool, I'm gonna do this on the side since people are asking me. And then when it's time to start the academy, I'm gonna swap over. Well, me and you had this conversation during part one.
Yeah.
It was time to swap over. I'm looking like, oh, hold up. I didn't know I was gonna be right here. So say no, let me get this certification, and now let me start to build off of it. But there's a lot of things that trainers don't know. This, CPR certification, getting your proper insurance, how much insurance you need just in case a client is clumsy and trips over a weight. You got to have the right contract so you're not getting sued, and the gym's not getting sued that you may be working out of, or the park that you may be working out of. Then no need to get a LLC or whatever type of business license, and then getting your EIN number. So when Uncle Sam hits you with that, yo, you owe me XYZ, you have this lined up, knowing, hey, I need my business credit, I need my business account. I don't need to be using my personal account because now I don't know how to separate my money. This is the gym's money.
Hold up.
So these
Hold up.
a lot of information real quick, I know.
That boy talking business to y'all right now. The stuff y'all don't want to do, this cheap too. This stuff is cheap.
It's cheap and quick.
And it will save your ass, because all it takes is one person to get pissed off with you or be dissatisfied and go on the internet and realize you ain't got your shit together, and they come for you.
Absolutely. You get those 1-2 bad reviews, and you need to know how to get your marketing people to wave that shit off. You need to know how to get your marketing people to keep promoting your business when it's a downtime and uptime. It's the small things that people don't know. They think, hey, as long as I can work out, as long as I can train them, I'm good. No, you got to know what in your state, what you're able to say when you're promoting and marketing your business. You got to know what you can tell your clients to do. If their doctor tells them something, you go on and say, hey, you can do these squats, but they got 3 injuries. You're supposed to go and make them go to the physician. But I can sit there and talk to maybe 20 gym trainers and be like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that shit that you got to know. Because your client may not know that, but their friend may know that because they may be a lawyer, and now your ass is grass.
Bruh, I love this conversation because so many people try to take shortcuts, and I hate when people who get on Instagram, I'm not going to call nobody out, but people get on Instagram and they may have a quote unquote business and say, oh, you don't need an LLC, or you don't need this. You can get started tomorrow. Fam, that's a true statement, but you're not telling them what could happen. Like where I'm at now, you need a business license. In South Carolina, I didn't need a business license. I just had an LLC. They said, go do what you want. I got here. Oh, you want an LLC? Great. Move your LLC here. Oh, great. Okay. What business are you in? You need to register that. Excuse me? Yeah, you need to find your business code. Had to find a business code. Oh, okay. That's your business? Great. You need a license to do that. Excuse me? What? Like, I had to go through so many hoops, and it was so different. So, like, whatever state y'all are in, please, 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 please do your research. Do not set yourself up for the okie doke. You want to be official. I've been asked for my business license, or if I've had a business license 3 or 4 times now when trying to get some things done, and I'm so glad that I did, because imagine what I look like if that's my first impression. You know what I'm saying? And you can't lie because it's registered on the state website that everybody knows of. They can type in your company name, and if you don't show up, you look dumb.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is going to slip up and not keep your stuff activated, your website and all that. Boy, I'm buying that shit and I'm selling it back to you 3 times of whatever you paid for it.
Listen.
So you do your research to know all these little small things that can happen to you.
Bruh.
I know very great successful trainers that do not trademark their names, and I'm looking like, bruh, if I wanted to be just that guy, I can trademark your name right now and get paid off of your $1 million company, your $1 million program, and did not do anything but pick up where you slacked off at. So these are the things that we're going to go over in my mentoring program to help them be successful with what they got going on.
All right. So one caveat, y'all. Trademarking is gonna cost you some damn money. Not an
Absolutely.
astronomical amount, but depending on how you do it, I'm lazy. I'm going through LegalZoom, so it's gonna probably cost me $300-400. People are like, oh, you can do it yourself. I ain't got time. I got
Yeah,
money to do it.
if you do it wrong.
That
And then
part. That part.
you got to know what you're going to trademark. Are you doing it with clothes? Are you going to do it with this? Because now you got to trademark every bit in pieces of it, not just one thing.
Yes, I've been looking at that bill in my cart, and I'm like, oof, oof. But I do want to start selling merch, so I'm like, we got to do this. But man, I thank you for just sharing that, man. Y'all, please do it the right way. Please make sure it is done the right way. Buy the damn URLs. Like, I don't even have a website for my vending machine company. I done thought of 3 or 4 URLs or similar URLs. I bought all of them. They was cheap. They're like $2 each. I extended my website and for like another 5 years. Like, throw it all in there. GoDaddy.com. Yeah. I was like, oh, these good. Oh, I can renew this at a discount. Yeah, we keeping all this stuff. You ain't taking my name.
Yep. And if you the one to forget, put that thing on auto pay, because I'm gonna be that guy to look it up and see when that website is getting ready to expire, and I'm gonna buy it.
Oh my
I'm going
god.
to and see how much I can get for it. And you're gonna pay for your domain name. You're gonna pay for it back.
Yeah. I done seen some. I typed in a domain name the wrong way. It was actually another company, and I'm
It
like,
was like
ooh,
you
somebody
work.
else don't own that. That junk was like $500-600. I said,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Real quick. Be the real like, dang, I didn't know this one was going. Yeah, because it's somebody's that's doing very well with this domain name.
don't get got, y'all. But Law, man, that's all I got for you, man. Thank you for joining me. Do you have any words of wisdom, advice that you can leave with the people? And also, don't forget to tell them how and where they can contact you. And I'll make sure I also put that in the description.
Absolutely. So, what I can tell you first is you can follow me on Instagram, Break My Fifth Law Fitness. If you are interested in competing, then you will go on to Team Outlaw Fitness, or you can head to Facebook and just hit Lawrence Inman. Those are the 3 main things that I'm on, working on the TikTok. So when we get that, you'll see that later. But my thing that I can leave y'all with, whatever you're trying to do in life, I challenge you. This is something that I do with all of my new clients that start with me to see if I'm going to keep them as a client. Rob, you should do this too. You create up a 31-day self-commitment challenge. All right. This is all for you. It is not for anyone else. You cannot answer the questions wrong. So it's for 31 days. In 31 days, you have 5 non-negotiables, okay? Before you make these 5 non-negotiables, you're putting your goal that you have for yourself. This goal that you have for yourself does not have to be completed in 31 days. Your 5 non-negotiables is the only thing that needs to be complete. All right? So, for example, my goal to accomplish is completing my mentorship program before 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
My next thing you have is what will be my reward to myself. A lot of people don't do this. When you get a goal and you accomplish that goal, if you don't take your ass to treat yourself, it don't matter if it's a glass of water from Starbucks. Treat yourself.
Yep.
So if I accomplish this goal, I'm gonna write down what my reward is. Rob, we already said I travel. I'm going on a trip. I'm turning my phone off for a whole week. Now, the thing people also don't do, what are you going to do to punish yourself for not taking the time to accomplish your goal that you're going to do to help develop yourself? Now, let me say this one more time. What punishment you going to give yourself for not accomplishing a goal that is going to better you. All right. Me, how I do it is my punishment right now is if I don't do anything for my 5 non-negotiables, is I'm going to work out with my clients from 5, 6, 7, and 8 o'clock. Something where I already know I ain't gonna want to do. But it's gonna better me. You know, I have clients that made this rule up, and they're like, "Man, I'm gonna drop $100 to my parents," and they've been honoring it. That's something that they want to do. But let me go on real quick. Your 5 non-negotiables, okay? Your first one: what time you wake up. You cannot be wrong on this, but this time is consistent for 31 days. I don't care if you work or you don't work. It's going to get you in a mindset of when you're off, you're able to complete the other 4 non-negotiables earlier than what you need. Your next thing is your morning routine. Write down what your morning routine is and make sure you do it every fucking day for 31 days, okay? Your next one is your 1%. Write down 1%. What is small but makes a big difference in your household? Rob, you having your old lady, telling my old lady I love her before I go to work. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. Why? Because you may go to work and forget that you were supposed to turn the coffee on, and now she pissed when you get home, but then she remember, dang, he did say he loved me in the morning, so I can't. I was the first thing on his mind.
She get that kiss on the lips every morning breath and all. Mwah, I love you, baby. I'll see you when I get off.
Right. So you're going to write down your 1%. And these 1% could be drink my water, turn my phone off at this time, wake up at this time, pray at this time, do self-development at this time. Whatever your 1% is, you can write it down. We're going to jump into the next one is self-development. What are things that's going to help you reach your goal and help you develop personally? And then your last thing is network. Who are you going to learn from? Or what are you going to learn from? These 5 things is what you need to commit to for 31 days. And after these 31 days, you're going to be able to see the areas that you are strong in. You're going to see the areas that you need to improve on. And you're also going to be able to see the things that made a big difference from start to finish if you was able to accomplish this. And I do this with every client that starts coming with me, started in January, and it shows a big difference. Hey, you forgot to post what time you woke up? Like, because what they're supposed to do is they text me. They got 1 minute to text me on the time that they say they wake up. If you don't text me 1 minute after you do that, you already did your punishment. You already messed up your self-development because of what? Oh, I said I was supposed to be off of Instagram at 10 o'clock. I didn't get off at 2 o'clock. So now you don't have the self-development that you said that you wanted to. Now your 1% is here. Now your morning routine is here. Now we can see where we're making those issues and make those adjustments. So that's the last thing I can take y'all with is writing down 5 non-negotiables, working on that for 31 days straight and see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Powerful episode, some great nuggets, some great information for y'all. Brother Inman, thank you again for joining me and sharing bits and pieces of your journey. I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm going to get my Outlaw fitness attire. I'm going to look at it tonight and see what I need because it's starting to get a little warm in Virginia. This weather starts getting consistent. I need to get out here. One more thing. Hold up. Listen, bro. So, okay. Now, I appreciate you letting me know what weight that battle rope was that you used. That motherfucker is too heavy for me. All right, so man, I went like 15 seconds on that thing. My arms were like, no. I got to get a lighter battle rope. But I thought about that as you were talking. But nah, y'all, all seriousness, take control. Business owners, entrepreneurs, know your worth. Stick to it. Your clients will come to you. Don't forget to contact Lawrence, aka we call him Law, putting down the law, laying down the law. His contact information will be in the description. Y'all already know y'all can follow us, FME_podcast on Instagram, From My Experience Podcast on Facebook, FME_podcast on Fanbase. Make sure you follow us on Fanbase. That's black-owned social media creators. You can monetize day one on Fanbase. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.